Alright, so in the overview video, which was not part of this playlist, I saw this Trident of Alacrity and purchased it. I had to sell my Arctic Furs armor to be able to afford it. Um, and now I basically have no money. To start Act 2, I am not going into the sewers first. Um, I'm going to go out into the dry hills. Because I think the sewers are slightly more dangerous. With the possible exception of I just ran into a champion pack of dung beetles right out the front gate. That would have been amazing if I just like immediately died after saying the sewers are more dangerous. But any lightning enchanted monster is of course not great. The main thing is, with the sewers is simply Rodamant. He hits very hard, and I want to have more hit points before I go fight him. And potentially even a better weapon. This will probably sell. Another boss pack. Amazing. It's very unlucky.
I need a key.
Everything into Vitality for now. And Spear Mastery, of course. I want Spear Mastery level 20. Also, as long as I have this spare skill point that's not spent, and I'll spend it at level 18, the quest reward from Rodamant isn't going to be used yet. The extra skill point, I won't be able to use it. I mean, I would be able to, but I don't have anywhere good to use it. So delaying that quest is not harmful. So I have Superior Large Shield, and you'll see I dropped a Cracked Large Shield. One thing that I haven't really mentioned yet is each area, like each zone, has a very strict treasure class where it will only drop certain item bases. Um, so if you're in a zone, like there's another large shield. If you're in a zone that drops large shields, you're going to see lots of large shields. If you're in a zone that drops bone wands, you're going to see a lot of bone wands. And you won't see other bases that are not part of that zone or part of that treasure class. And I think it's some monsters also have their own treasure classes, and that would override the zone that they're in. Like the summoner has a treasure class that's separate from the arcane sanctuary. And so he'll drop items that, or item bases that no other monster in the arcane sanctuary is capable of dropping, and vice versa. So if you're looking for a particular item base, then you have to make sure you're searching in a zone that can drop that base. The main one that I'll be looking for potentially is pike. And a reasonable place to do that is going to be the lower Kurust. If memory serves correctly, lower Kurust can drop pikes.
Good day.
It is an honor to
There's other zones that would drop pikes too, but because of all the poppables, lower Kurust is a decent place to try. Also, the High Council and normal can drop pikes. That was damage reduced 1. Damage reduced is really good. But ultimately, to get started, probably all I would really recommend is that you can shop a pike of quickness from Heratli and then farm the Cow King. So really lower Kurust probably isn't needed. One thing that is different than what you're used to is, and when you go to lower Kurust and you do the super chests, you might think it would be a great place to farm rares. And yes, but no. The chests have like the 1 in 20% chance to drop rares or whatever the ratio is. But they are heavily affected by their map seed. And so if you touch the chest from the same amount of time after entering the waypoint to touching the chest, then you... Oh, I didn't want to come in here yet. I was going to go get the next waypoint. Oh well. You'll get the same exact items, like I showed with the corpse and the inner cloister, where I got the damaged axe, the same damaged axe twice in a row. You'll get the same thing from super chests in lower Kurust. Want that? And so after you've had a few rare items, you actually have to re-roll your map just to be able to spawn different items. The other problem with farming super chests is that they don't drop jewelry. No poppable can drop jewelry. Maybe amulets in Act 4, but that's an old memory, and old memories are often incorrect. So, in general, lower cuirass, not a great target. But if you're struggling for gear at that point, or like having a hard time staying alive, then you can go ahead and hit it up for try to get some rare items, like some boots or some belts and some gloves and hats and stuff. I don't know why I'm kicking open all of these. When I do infinite magic find runs, which I have not demonstrated yet, I do the arcane sanctuary because two of the three monster types that spawn there have improved chance of dropping rings, and I like rare rings. That's why I play classic, is to get rare rings, primarily. You can also do Act 4. I don't like to clear Act 4 with my Barbarian because the wide open zones make it a bit challenging to chase down all of the monsters. Especially the Gloams, which turn invisible, or the Dark Souls, which turn invisible. But the Arcane Sanctuary, the monsters are all lined up neatly in a row. And you just whirlwind once through them, or maybe twice, and they all die. Very convenient. Very easy to do. Very low skill gameplay, which is what I like. Like standing in the face of monsters and just drinking lots of potions. Low skill gameplay. Okay. Then I'll clear out I think the Dry Hills is next. Let's go ahead and take this. I put that there with the intention of going to the Dry Hills, taking the waypoint, and then jumping down through to save steps. Damage reduced by 1 is why I picked that. Dang. Look at that. That's the most amount of gold find you can get on most item bases is 119%. So that's neat to see. Elzix, do you have a quilted armor for me to gamble? You do not. I can sell some of these potions that I won't use. Mana, antidotes. Get rid of these gems. Gems I like to use in later versions. I forward them to 1.07. Or I will forward them to 1.07. I have not done so yet. The music just died. Interesting. Okay, so I'll clear the dry hills, collect the waypoint, and finish this video. But it's really nice. I've gotten 2 physical damage reductions so far here, which is very helpful. I would have liked to have that much earlier, but so it goes. I believe if a cave leaper is leaping over you and you attack while he's leaping, you'll hit him, no matter what. You might have like a 1 in 20 chance of missing. Like, I know there was... like the hit chance is loosely based on, or maybe not loosely, based on Dungeons and Dragons. So you might still have a chance for a critical failure. But I'm not sure. But yeah, in general, if a cave leaper is leaping over top of you and you attack it, you will hit it, regardless of your level or your attack rating. Okay, here's the undead birds that I'll be able to show you for the first time. Oh, and they're champions. So they're going to hit me very hard. So I'm actually going to try not to demonstrate their attack speed. Yes, fly, thank you. Okay. They actually had to like pay attention while fighting them because they will absolutely kill you. If I see one that's not a champion and not a minion, just like a regular one, I'll let it attack me a few times in a row so that you can see their attack speed. It's pretty quick. That might sell. Amazing clickery, as always. Very accurate with the mouse. I think I missed clicking on a cave leaper like 6 times in a row there. Something ridiculous like that. And you do have to manually click the monsters, because if you just hold right mouse button attack, you just attack. I'm not holding shift, I'm just right mouse button. And well, that'll sell. So you can't just like hold right mouse button and then run into monsters and attack them like you might be used to doing. Hmm. See what that sells for. And again, money is primarily to gamble quilted armors. Once I once I successfully gamble a quilted, I didn't know I could miss kicking a pot. Once I successfully gamble a unique quilted armor, I'll be a lot less interested in money, and then I would probably just use it to gamble either boots and belts or rings and amulets. Actually, just rings. I'm not super interested in trying to get amulets unless they're item level 92. But they can get almost everything except for the +2 class skills, so they can still be quite good. They're just not, they don't have what I want for my characters in later versions without the 2 class skills. But the rings, they can be very nice. Hmm.
Good evening.
Good evening.
532. Okay. Well, that's convenient. I think that's about it then. Yep. So next time I'll probably do either the Halls of the Dead, and then I guess that's the Far Oasis, or the sewers. Doesn't matter a whole lot which one.